Okay, so Super Bowl readathon. Since 2021, I've been doing. I wanted to do a readathon in 2021. I've been watching a lot of booktube videos about readathons and 24-hour readathons. And I was like, you know what, that looks fun. So I decided one year, well, in 2021, when I got a book series. I had gotten like a huge book, 3 book series called the Walking Chaos Walking series. I decided I was gonna just sit down for the 2 days that I had off work and read those books, see if I could do those books in like the day, the 2 days that I had. And I did. I read all 3 books. I think I didn't. The deadline was when the Super Bowl started, but I didn't get that far. I didn't get. I got in the 3rd book, and basically Super Bowl happened, so I got through the 3rd book. So technically, I did read all 3 books before the Super Bowl started. The deadline is always the Super Bowl, so I did that and enjoyed it so much that I did it the year after that. So 2022. 2022, I did not have any structure. I literally like I had my book with me. I read 5 books that year. 2 were chosen by the winners of the Super Bowl, which were the Rams. Spoiler alert, but it's been a fucking year. It's been a year. Um, and I read 5 books, ending with a Moth, which made that book my favorite book for the year. And it was very not structured like the first year, so I ended up like not doing a lot of reading. I ended up walking around, going to friends' houses, playing The Witcher for most of that reading time. So this year I'm going to do it again, but this year I'm going to do try and get to 8 books in 3 days. So, and it's more structured now. So the first year, I think I did like 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., go to bed, get up, 6 a.m. and 11, like, but this year, I'm doing 4 a.m. to 9 p.m., go to bed, get up again at 4 a.m., 9 p.m., go to bed again. And I think the Super Bowl is at 11 p.m. this year. Previous years, it's been at like 12, 1 o'clock, but this year it's at 11 p.m. GMT. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get through those days of reading. So hopefully, I want to do 8 books this year. The original plan was to do 8 books, the whole Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is 5 books, and then the 3 books in the Children of Time series by Adrian Tranosky. But unfortunately, the last book, even though it's out in the US, it's not out in the UK, and my library only has one of the books. So, good. So, even though like I'm in a sci-fi like mood, so I'm going to read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, all 5 books, and then I'm going to. I have the rest of the books here. I did pre-order or pre-reserve some, but I won't be getting those unfortunately. Hopefully, I'll get them. Like I can go to the library and pick them up when they are back in reserve. But the books that I've got now are the ones that I'm going to read. They're all sci-fi, and I went to my friend's house, and I raided her. I raided her like home library, and she had 2 books. She actually like gave me one of the books. She suggested that I read one of the books, but these are the books that I have, and let me get into them. This is the first book. It was suggested to me by my friend. She actually put it in the bag. It's called Proxima by Stephen Baxter. I own Times Eye, which is another Stephen Baxter book. He wrote that along with Arthur C. Clarke. It's part of a series. I can't wait to get the rest of the book so I can start that series, because it's all about like time travel and space time continuum stuff, and just find all that stuff really interesting. But this book is, according to the back, it's all about humanity colonizing colonizing the a world of Proxima Centauri, which is the like her neighboring star. I think it's called. I don't think it's Alpha Centauri, or if they're the same thing, but this is all about them colonizing that planet around a dwarf star. It says, when if you succeed, no, when you succeed in taming this wilderness, this world of Proxima Centauri, you have proven that humanity can colonize this ultimate frontier, a planet of a red dwarf star. And because there are hundreds of billions of red dwarf stars, and because they last trillions of years, suddenly humanity's future in this galaxy is all but finite, and it's all because of you. So this sounds really interesting. I like sci-fi books that go out into space, and as much as I like the dystopian stuff like Blade Runner and that, but I really I really like the whole going out into space stuff. It's the final frontier of space. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Since I'm gonna read this first, I'm gonna get a taste for Stephen Baxter's writing style. So if I really like it, I'm gonna go into Time's Eye series. Very excited. So this is my first book. So last year I read Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and that was my first Andy Weir book that I had ever read. And I know he has like 3 other books out, but this was also another one that I picked up from my friend. This is The Martian by Andy Weir. I know it's a movie already, but I really wanted to read it because I had so much fun with Project Hail Mary, and it was like very funny and very wholesome, that book, and I really enjoyed reading it, my reading experience with it. I did order or reserve from my library Andy Weir's other book I think it's called Artemis, and apparently people don't like that one so much, but I still wanted to try it out. So since I didn't get Artemis, or at least I didn't get it when I went to the library today, I still have a week before it all like comes through, and even then I'd probably like read it after the Super Bowl. I'm gonna try The Martian and see if I gel with this one as well. So for those of you who don't know, not seen the movie, not heard about the book, this is all about I think he's an engineer, and he gets stuck on Mars after a storm on Mars forces his team to evacuate, and while they're on their way to Earth, they realize that he's left behind. I'm like, how do you not know that your engineer is left behind, mate? But they'll explain it. They realize that they're left behind, and they've kind of reserved themselves to not go back for him because it's such a long time to get back to Mars. But they are on their way, and he is trying to survive Mars. I don't think he knows that they are coming back for him, but it's just interesting. Like I said, originally the plan was to read the Children in Time series, but obviously the last book isn't out, so I had to get standalone books. I've already shown two. This is the third one. I requested this from my library, and this is called Across the Void by S.A. Vaughn. I'm going to say Vaughn. This, I don't know what this book is about. Okay, so apparently this is all about a woman who is trapped in space. She's floating through space. It says, May Knox is floats in space, the only survivor of a catastrophic accident. There is just one person who can save her, a man who broke her heart millions of miles away. In this twisty, gas-inducing thriller, when each breath is a fight for survival, their relationship in the difference between is the difference between life and death. So this is all about like I sounds good. I was very much looking forward to, I think this was the other book that I was looking forward to reading from the library. Also, this book is going to show up in another video because it's for a prompt for another readathon that I'm doing in February. So I'm looking forward to that. Tack så mycket för att du tittade. Hoppas har en du bra dag. Hoppas du en bra dag. Hoppas du har en bra dag. Hej då. Good dog, because it's daytime, not good night. Good dog. See, I don't always get this right.